All right, I'm going to do a little lesson on how to convert a quadratic function from standard form to factored form. So just a reminder, factors are numbers we can multiply together to get another number. So for example, 2 and 3 multiply together to be 6. So 6 has a factor of 2 and a factor of 3. 2 and 3 are factors of 6. Now in algebra, factors are what we can multiply together to get an expression. So for example, when we multiply x plus 3 with x plus 1, we get x squared plus 4x plus 3. Another reminder I have here, the standard form of a quadratic function is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, and the factored form is f of x equals a times the quantity x minus p times the quantity x minus q. So let's take a look at an example on how we're going to convert from standard form to factored form. All right, so I'm taking a look at converting f of x equals x squared plus 5x plus 6 to factored form. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking of two numbers whose product is 6 and sum is 5. In other words, I'm thinking of numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5. So thinking of numbers that multiply to equal 6. I know 1 times 6 is equal to 6. I also know that 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Now, if I try to add 1 and 6 together, I get 7, and I'm supposed to get 5. So this can't be the two numbers that I'm looking for. Now, when I add 2 and 3 together, I get 5, which is the number I'm trying to get. So I'm going to convert x squared plus 5x plus 6 into factored form. I put down two groups of parentheses. Then I put x, and then plus 2 plus 3, because those are my two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, now I'm going to convert f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 12 to factored form. So what I'm thinking is what two numbers multiply to 12 and add to negative 7. All right, so here's what I noticed about this one. I multiply to get a positive number and add to get a negative number. So I know both of my factors have to be negative numbers, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative plus a negative is a negative. So for my factors of 12, I have negative 1 and negative 12, negative 2 and negative 6, negative 3 and negative 4. When I add these together, negative 1 plus negative 12 is negative 13, and I'm supposed to get negative 7. So I'm going to keep going. Negative 2 plus negative 6 is negative 8. Still don't have negative 7. So my last one, negative 3 plus negative 4 gives me negative 7. So to convert f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 12 to factored form, I write f of x equals, put down the two groups of parentheses, and the first spot will be x, and then minus 3 minus 4.